Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my Christmas bucket list. I made a list back in probably October of stuff that I wanted to do this Christmas season, and I basically just wanted to sit down, go through each item, talk about the stuff that I have already done, the stuff that I have realized I won't be able to do, etc, etc. I just thought this would be a fun little video to talk about, maybe inspire you to make a list so that you can make the most out of the rest of this Christmas season. Christmas is coming up super fast, and I feel like this list has helped me kind of organize what I wanted to do, and now I can look at it and be like, you don't have time for that, you don't have time for that, you can do that. So I think I'm just going to read it off. Hopefully it's not too long. I have quite a few things on this list, but hopefully it gets you some ideas on how to make merry this holiday season. So the first thing on my list is visit a Christmas village. This was something that I put first on my list because a town near me does this huge Christmas village thing with lights and cocoa and Santa and vendors and stuff. So I didn't want to forget about it. I learned about it in October and I was like, I need to remember to do that. My town had done that one year, but it's been quite a few years and they haven't brought it back, so I had to travel, not that far away, to get in my Christmas village. It was amazing. I did go last weekend, visited Santa, got stuffed ham, which you probably don't know what that is, but it's amazing. Got some, I think, was it cocoa or did I get coffee? I think I got some sort of holiday coffee. I bought some gin from a distillery that was near me, and we bought some Christmas presents. It was so fun and just like super Christmassy, and it snowed later in the day, so it was just like the perfect Christmas day, and it was top notch. Next up, I have drink eggnog, which I mean isn't hard to accomplish. I had some eggnog last night. I need to invest more in my eggnog because this stuff that tastes like bubblegum it's not doing it for me. Next up, I have visit the light display in my town. Every year it is a tradition that me and my family go. This family puts up a ton of lights. They also have, it's a farm, so they have horses and goats and sheep and llamas we saw this year, pigs. They have pictures with Santa, pony rides, all of that, and he's like a collector of a lot of interesting things, so you can all look at that. I actually took my friend this year who had never been before, and it was so fun to just be like, and now I get to see the horses, and over here they have this, and everybody had a baby this year. And when I say that, I mean literally, like, the llama had a baby, the sheep had babies, the pigs were babies, like there was little baby animals just everywhere, and it was so sweet. My favorite part is the horses. I love the stables. It's just really cute, and they give little fun facts about the horses, and it's just really fun. And he set all of the lights to music, and it was really, we just had a really good time driving through. And so I think I'm actually going to go again with my family because it is tradition, but it was absolutely amazing. Next up, I have make an ugly sweater, and I don't think I'm going to do that because I used to have a kit that was how to make an ugly sweater, and I think I gave it to somebody. But I don't think I'm gonna get around to making an ugly sweater this year. Next up is a different Christmas light display. This one is through a company in my town that does like a huge walkthrough display, and I've actually never been. It used to be drive-through, and then they changed it to walkthrough, and I have never been since they changed it, so I'm hoping to get there this year. I might go after Christmas because it's very crowded before Christmas, so I'm hoping, you know, in that week before New Year's I get there and see what it's all about, just because it's really cool because it's like marine areas because of where it's located. In my town is very like river life heavy. That doesn't make sense, but it's very aquatic, I guess you could say. Next up, I see the Nutcracker. I live not super far from DC. It's a nice little travel, but it's manageable. And I was looking into different troops and things doing the Nutcracker, but I don't think I'm going to get there this year. Unfortunately, I've never actually seen the Nutcracker in person. I guess I could go see the movie. I don't even know if it's still in theaters, but yes, unfortunately, I do not believe I'm going to be able to check this one off this year, but maybe next year. Next up, I have do the Christmas cards. I am in charge of my family's Christmas cards each year since I was probably like 7 or 8. I have done the Christmas cards. just every year. I love doing it. I have always loved it. My dad made the joke this year when I was doing them, like, you really do love every part of Christmas. And I'm like, yes, I do. I am one of those people who just really likes the process. Like, I like it when it's just like, you do this, like, it's almost tedious, but I love that. But yeah, I just really enjoy doing the Christmas cards. I love picking them out and, you know, sending them. I just think it's really fun, and I did do that this year. The Christmas cards are sent out. People have received them. We're good. Next up, I have See the Grinch musical. This was back when I was hoping to go to New York, or actually, I think DC put it on probably a couple years ago, and I was hoping that I could see that. This year, I, yet again, don't think that's going to happen, but maybe one day I will see this Grinch musical. Next up is go to the Busch Gardens Christmas light display. I was able to do that this year on Black Friday. My family and I went to Williamsburg for Thanksgiving, so I was able to go to Busch Gardens and see all the lights. It was so freaking cold. Like, I literally, like, I thought going to New York City for Christmas last year, I went one weekend and it was so cold. Like, our bus was late and we almost lost, like, our toes. It was awful. This was almost worse because New York City, it was like a very pinpointed time that I was very cold. This was just constant freezing cold. Like, it was so cold. The rides that were supposed to be open couldn't be open because it was too cold. But it was beautiful. If I remember, I will insert pictures of some of them. France was my favorite because, oh my god, they had like blue icy like lights and like pinks, and oh, it was so pretty. I don't know, it was perfect. There was like a huge Rudolph themed area and I loved it, and we saw the Clydesdales and all of the different animals and stuff. It was just so much fun. Yeah, it was really awesome and just a really nice experience. It was so cold, but it was very Christmassy and it definitely put you in the mood. Next up, I have baked a lot of stuff, and I actually haven't really baked any of on my own yet, and I really need to get on that. There's like a list a mile long of things I want to make. Like, I think I'm gonna help my mom make snickerdoodles tonight, so hopefully I'll be able to check it off soon. But yeah, there's so many things I want to bake. I need to make things for my office, my work people, so I will definitely have to check this off because I need to be baking. But I love baking at Christmas. It's awesome. Like, a cookie, like homemade cookies just smell like Christmas to me, so it's just one of those things that has to happen. So I better get on that. I'm running out of time. Next up, I have go to National Harbor Ice. As I mentioned, I do live, you know, within reasonable distance of DC, and every year the Gaylord Hotel puts on this ice show, which is basically like they make sculptures out of a certain theme. This year it was Charlie Brown Christmas, and it was amazing. I love Charlie Brown Christmas. It was so cool. Yet again, I'll insert pictures if I remember. Me and my friend Sydney went, and it was such a nice day. Like, we had such a nice Christmassy day in National Harbor, and you know, it was so crazy to know that they can do that with ice. It was 9 degrees in there, but it was like the weirdestly like nice cold area. Like, I don't know, I didn't get that cold. It was almost like refreshing. It was strange. We went down ice slides, and I've just always wanted to do it, and to finally get there after all these years was just, it was great. Next up, I have wrap all the gifts. Much like Christmas cards, I am in charge of all of the wrapping in my house that isn't my own, obviously, and I just love to wrap. I don't know, some people hate it. I think it's the most amazing, satisfying thing ever, and yeah, I am slowly pecking away at all the wrapping. I still have a long way to go, and I'm usually like I don't like to be wrapping on Christmas Eve, but usually like right before that I'm like hustling to finish, and I love it. Next is go to a Christmas party. Unfortunately, my family and I were invited to a Christmas party, but I was not able to make it. I had to work, and then I was tired, so I didn't go. But, you know, I feel like I can make merry with, you know, 1 or 2 friends. I don't need a whole party of people to do that, so oh well. And I guess my huge family get-together on Christmas counts as a Christmas party. We'll count that. Next up is go to New York City. As I mentioned, last year, me and my friend Sydney went to New York City and had the most Christmassy, wonderful day ever, and did all of the Christmas stuff. We saw the Rockettes, we went to Rockefeller Center, like went to Christmas markets. It was awesome. We also saw Cats, which was great. Unfortunately, this year, as we just graduated, we are broke post-grad humans, and we're not able to afford a trip to New York City this year, but we'll go in the spring after we save some money. But yeah, it was awesome. We also, like, last year, like, almost froze to death, and I dropped my phone and had to run like a block and a half to get it, and it was a lot, but it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, like I said, we won't be able to do it this year, but that's okay. Next up, I have read about 3 holiday books, or approximately, like, give or take 3 books. I was able to read 3 books so far, and I'm still reading Christmassy books. I do have a booktube channel that I will be doing a video on the holiday books that I've been reading, and it's been so fun and like festive, and I've never really read Christmassy books at Christmas. I don't know why, but this year it has definitely put me in the mood to be more Christmassy, and just, I don't know, I've really enjoyed reading them, so I would recommend reading holiday books. Next up, I have Do Daily December. Failing at it, but I'm doing it. Next up is do some Christmassy DIYs. I'm gonna try, but I don't think I'm gonna do a video on it like I did last year. That was a very long day of making things. I'm really proud of the things that I made, like the ornament wreath and the different ornaments and stuff, especially the ornaments, the Disney princess ones that I made for my cousin, and she loved them. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be making this year, if I'm going to make anything, but I probably won't be filming it if I do. Next up, I have Go Caroling. I don't think I'm going to get the chance to do that this year. I've only actually ever done that one time with my theater troupe. Like, I think it was after I graduated high school, but it was my high school theater troupe went caroling in a neighborhood near me, and it was a lot of fun, actually. But I don't think I'm going to get the chance to do that this year, but oh well, I guess I'll just have to sing by myself. I don't mind that at all. Next, I have Decorate the Tree. I decorated all 4 trees of my house. 4 trees. Yeah, you heard that. Next up, go all out in decorating. Of course I did. I don't know if I'm going to do another like room tour or house tour or whatever. I might show you guys what's up in my room one quick little video, because I'm really, really happy with the way my bedroom turned out this year. I went kind of Christmas crazy, but it paid off because I love it. Next up is do something charity related. I really do want to do this. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to do, but I need to figure it out quick because we're running out of time of Christmas. But I do really think giving back is important at this time of year, and I want to find a way to do that for sure. Next up is have cocoa and cookies. I mean, that's a really easy one to check off, so maybe I'll try to work on that tonight. Next up is movie night by the fire. I can do that at the same time as having cocoa and cookies, so maybe I will put on a movie. I really want to watch The Christmas Chronicle on Netflix, so maybe I will do that tonight. That sounds nice. Next up is take part in Secret Santa. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this year, which is sad, but I think my work is having some sort of, like, not white elephant, but like weird gifts exchange post-Christmas, so that'll be interesting. Maybe that'll count for something. Next up is go ice skating, which I don't know why that's on here, because I hate ice skating and I'm really, really terrible at it. Like, really bad. Like, I have really weak ankles, and I got invited to go ice skating, and I was like, that's an idea. It's on the list, and I'm like, not gonna do it. Next up is build a snowman, and I'm so mad at myself because it snowed last week, and we got enough to build a snowman. It was great snowman snow, and I didn't build one. A missed opportunity there, definitely. Next up is have a mistletoe kiss, and I think that's laughable because very single, so like. Next up is go to a tree lighting. Unable to go to my town's big tree lighting this year because it's right after Thanksgiving and I was in Williamsburg, so that's really sad to not be able to check that out. But next up is visit Santa, and I did that. My, like, what's it called? Why did I just forget what it was? A family friend is good friends with the big guy, and we actually visited him at the Christmas village that I was talking about earlier, and that was really cool. It's great to visit Santa. You're never too old. I didn't sit on his lap. That would have been weird, but I visited him, gave him a hug. Next up is go to a different Christmas event in my town. I'm not even sure if they're doing it this year, so I may just have to like scrap that completely. Next is write a letter to Santa. I haven't done that, but maybe I'll do that in like an adult way where I talk about the more goal-oriented things that I want. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'd be a cute thing to do. Next is make the ultimate Christmas playlist. I haven't made that this year, which is weird because usually I like make my playlists and I'm like, oh yeah, these are my favorites this year. I'm gonna have to do that because right now I'm just kind of been skipping around Apple Music and picking Christmas music to listen to. Next is make a gingerbread house. I think my aunt is going to call me when she's going to do hers because she really wants to do it with her grandkids, and I told her I would love to help, so hopefully we get to do that. Next is Count the Lights, which is a game that me and my brother play after we visit the light display in my town. On the way home, we have a competition on whose side of the car, like we sit on opposite ends of the car and we count the Christmas lights we see on either side, and somebody wins at the end. It's kind of funny because we end up driving around like way more than we need to just to try to win. We've done that since I was like 4 years old probably. Like we've done that for a very long time. Next up is wear matching PJs every year on Christmas Eve. My family and I get to open one gift, and it is always pajamas. And last year we got matching ones, and we are doing it again, and I'm so excited for it. I think it's fun. I just think it's cool to have matching PJs with somebody. I also have a tradition with my best friend Sydney that we get matching pajamas every year, and you guys have already seen that video. We had cool little Christmas cat PJs. I think they're just gonna have to be cat PJs every year because there's nothing better than Christmas cats. Haha. Yeah. So check, we're good. Next up is go to church on Christmas Eve. It's a given. I always go to church on Christmas Eve and go to Christmas Eve dinner. We go to this one restaurant every night. Every Christmas Eve, since my dad is only ever home every other Christmas. He's on a rotating schedule, and that's how it happens, and that's actually how that tradition started. Was one year I was like 8, and he wasn't home, and we were kind of sad about it, so me, my brother, and my mom went to dinner on Christmas Eve, and we've done that every single year since, whether he's home or not, and so that's been like a fun little tradition and something to look forward to every year. Next up is to do an angel tree or stocking, and what's really sad is I saw one and I wanted to grab it, but I wanted to do it at the end and like, you know, pick out who I wanted, because I like to get like elderly people because they're the ones that people don't tend to grab, but I also like getting kids because obviously it's like fun to do that stuff for kids, and I forgot to grab it, so I don't know if they're still doing it. I might have to figure out a different way to do that, but I love doing that. Next up is to do Christmas games. They're on my channel. I did the Whisper Challenge, categories, name game, headband thing. I'll link those because they're just lots of fun. Next up is do holiday nails. I haven't done my nails, but I'm going to be. I have that Grinch nail polish that I'm super excited about, so I'm going to have to definitely do that. Next, I have over-the-top holiday makeup. I want to try some of these weird holiday makeup trends, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Next, we have make an advent calendar. I did do that. I made my friend Sydney an advent calendar for Christmas. It was so much work, but it was so much fun. I wrapped it, and I'll insert a picture. And I have different presents in there every day for her, and it's really fun because every day she sends me a snap video of her opening it and, you know, thanks me for it. But it's been super fun, and I don't know, it was just really, really satisfying to do, and I don't know, I would highly recommend making advent calendars just because it's super fun. Next up, we have do your own advent calendars. This year I have 3 advent calendars. I have a beauty advent calendar from QVC, which I've been enjoying opening. I have a 12 Days of Socks advent calendar from Target that I have loved, and I've worn the socks every day. And then I have a chocolate one from Hobby Lobby that I've just, you can't go wrong with a chocolate advent calendar. I definitely feel like this is not an exhaustive list. There's been things that I've like meant to put on here and have forgotten, but comment down below some of the stuff you do every Christmas or you want to do this Christmas, and maybe it will inspire me and others to do even more Christmassy stuff, because I don't know, this time of year only comes around once, obviously, once a year, but it's my favorite time of year, so I try to make the most out of that. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I will see you guys again really, really soon. Bye!